How you doing? This is Nick Dean from Gastown Supply Co. We're going to teach you to do a ghetto oil change. Yes, that's right, it's fall. We need to winterize our bike. We should probably get it ready so it doesn't sit with bad oil in it, because it's not good. We have this, which is the Toyo Mate, aka the Garage Pal. We're actually going to use this today, do a little roadside oil change. As you see, I found a pallet to kick up the bike upright. We're kind of a little bit sloped. Don't judge me, this isn't a textbook tutorial. This is just my version of an oil change. Doesn't mean it's correct, but you know what? It's gonna get the job done, gonna get you on your way. You'll be clicking gears like it's butter. This is a 202 Road Glide. I have bags, so I've come to this destination and I just so happen to have all my stuff in my bag to do an oil change. You got one of those, tool roll, some wipes, and the oil. That's just my preference. I liked Redline 20-weight 50. You can use whatever you feel like is the best for you. That's just something I like to use. Obviously got some extra wipes here. What else I got in here? Hat, beanie, weird things. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. All right, so we came a little bit prepared. This is my tool roll, kind of standard zap straps, little Allens, and some torque bits, another multi-torque. So on these old girls, the drain plug is just off of the primary. This is your primary case. So as in this instant, motor's still kind of hot. This is your plug right here. That's to do your primary, right? This casing. If you want to do the other part, which is your out of your trans and there's another plug, which is like in a little box. There's two bolts here. Use the one that's closest to you. That's how you do that side, but we're not doing that today. We're just keeping it simple. This is a T40, I believe. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? All right, this is also a big important thing. Ernie, can you see that? Yep. That's metal shavings. That means I was a bad boy to this thing. And that's why we're gonna give her a little freshen up. It's called a day at the salon, you know, getting your hair did. I call her Old Blue. She's like an old lady with blue hair. She's finicky, but she's good to me. She's the one that gives you a little lollipop, you know? That got weird right there, but that's okay. We keep moving. This drain plug has definitely seen better days. Usually a drain can take up to a couple minutes, not too long. Maximum, I would say, you could just walk away, come back 10 minutes later, and it should be drained. She's due. She's been to California and back. I didn't get a chance to change it because I was on my other bike. But yeah, normally you want to keep freshening up your bike every, I would say 5,000 clicks. Probably change your oil just to keep it fresh. It helps keep the whole motor lubed. Plus, if there's any problems, like you can see metal shavings and stuff like that, probably should trace that back, but that's kind of normal wear and tear. It wasn't like a crazy amount, so it's nothing to be alarmed. I've seen a lot worse. Still draining, so we're still going. And once we're done that process, you can stick the plug back in, and then on these to fill it up, you actually don't have to take off the derby cover. It's a fun fact. It's actually kind of nice because then you don't have to deal with the little gasket and get a new gasket and wear down the gasket. So anyways, there's a thing here where it's just called the window. The window you can pull open. You can actually see the chain tensioner in there and all the fun bits. So that's where you would use this funnel. Put it in here and you drop in a quart, which is that whole bottle.
So how does the metal shavings, how does that happen?
How does it happen? Yeah. It could be that your clutch plates are kind of wearing, or something within your motor, just like if you downshift really hard and it's hard on your gears, your little clogs in there, and it could shave off little bits off of that. If you're, say for example, you're coming into a stop sign and you're in fourth and you slam it down to second, it's gonna cause a little bit of a hectic situation in your primary. As they say, to make an omelet, you're gonna crack some eggs, so sometimes that's gonna happen. He's dripping. Usually too, like after it's completely drained, if you want to see, that's why like I'm not too alarmed by it. If it was really big problem in there, you'd have little glitter bombs going off in there. So you would see that there's a lot more metal shavings. This is just kind of regular wear and tear, nothing to really stress out about. You can go out in the sun after, take a look in here. It's kind of a bit dark here, but I can tell it's just used black oil. It doesn't smell burnt, so the clutch is good. That's another thing to learn to kind of recognize is smells. If it smells really burnt, your clutch pack might be dusted, but you'd probably notice that already with your clutch not going in, engaging properly. It's probably might be tough or skipping or pulling out of gears. That's another thing. I'm getting into a whole other tutorial. But yeah, like there's all these things kind of to keep an eye on if you are gonna do this by yourself. It's really not that difficult. It is something that you can do by yourself. Technically, there are 3 holes to the bike that requires oil, but we're just doing the primary right now. Just kind of keep it quick and dirty. And then obviously this is just for you guys to do something if you want to start off there, but obviously research your bike, learn what year your bike is, because every bike is a little bit different of how to change the oil, but all equally as easy to do, and you can do it yourself. As we say, fuck the factory. Clean that. As of right now, let's clean off this. This is dripping a tiny bit, but let's just seal it. Thing to be mindful of, you can do this over top of this, but if you're kind of a Butterfingers kind of guy, which I'm a Butterfingers kind of guy, you kind of just want to, and I'm just hand bombing it in there. I'm not even using the ratchet, because there's one thing that can happen doing this yourself, is that you could cross thread the actual bolt, and I'm just going to hand tighten it. I don't really have a Torx. My Torx meter is in my hand. You want it tight enough that it's just going to hold and seal, and you don't want to over torque it down that it actually blows out the washer, and then you have another problem. But ideally with these situations, I would like to just kind of hand bomb it, so it just kind of, you can actually just do it with your hand and then beat it in like that. When you're putting it in there, just make sure that you're kind of just getting the cross threads on yourself. You can feel it, and it starts to go easy, easy, easy. Then you know that you got the cross threads properly in there. Are we understanding each other? Okay, let's just take a look at the oil and the light. We'll go take a look in the sun, see what she looked like. So yeah, we're in the sun. You can kind of swish it around. As you can see, it's just dirty. Like, it's just black. It's not really, it just needs an oil change at this point. There's nothing to be alarmed. There's no, as we say, glitter bombs gone off in there, so nothing to really trip out about. Yeah, it doesn't smell that burnt or at all. It just smells like regular wear and tear. So we're gonna go back and finish this up. We put our drain plug back in so we can start filling up the new oil. And so we got to change our Torx. So we were using a T40 for that drain plug. The next one, I think it's a T27. Yeah, it's a T27. And yeah, it's only 4 bolts. There is, inside the window, there is a gasket. So when we do take it out, just be mindful that could fall out. So if your tray is where mine is, because potentially oil could come out the window, but it shouldn't, because we just drained it all. But you never know. The reason why I'm just hand bombing it out instead of actually using the actual socket, it's kind of tight, so I just don't want to whack everything. Just be mindful that you're on the last bolt, so everything's going to want to come off. We don't actually have the ideal motorcycle stand. Like I say, this is kind of just roadside shenanigans right here. Always kind of store your bolts and that, so you kind of know what's up. This is our funnel, so we just stick it. See, their chain is right there. Just kind of stick it underneath there, just to make sure that it gets to the bottom of the primary and fills it up. We're using Redline 20 weight 50. It's a pretty good oil. It's kind of expensive, but she's worth it. This is 1 quart. We're just gonna dump the whole thing in. Mind you, look at the oil. Look at that. See that? See that? Look how clear that is.
Night and day.
That's what oil should look like when it's going into your bike for the first time. Obviously, over time, it does get worn and from heat. Obviously, the heat burns up the oil a little bit. Okay, all right. you're like me and you're just on the road, don't really have everything you could possibly need, but you just want to get it done, this is the way. So, mind you, I didn't use the actual socket just because we just want to get the window kind of secure, and then we'll just tighten it all down. So I just kind of hand bombed it. The key is not speed, do things properly, and things will treat you right. Don't over tighten it, just hand bomb it to the point where you feel like it's gonna be tight enough where it's gonna stay, because you don't wanna over tighten. Okay, we do one more round of checking all the bolts. Wipe any excess oil anywhere. However you choose to get rid of that. That's I don't need to know basis, really. We're very environmentally friendly around here, and yeah, we want to keep things green. That's all wiped down. We got a quart of oil in there, and now we can start it. See if she actually starts. Detonate for launch. There you have it. Sounds happier. So, nothing blew up. Sounds pretty good. All in a day's work, it's really done. It's really easy. That's for you. This is Gastown Supply Co. saying thank you. Remember to check out the Toyo Mate, which aka the Garage Pal. Never be lonely without you. I was out here. I also had Ernie as support, but I did feel like it was a crowd. It was a little bit of a party. Got the oil done. I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna get back on the road. If you have any problems, don't email me. Thank you.